I welcome you back to some more support conversations for Chapter 13 of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. So for this second part, there are, I believe, 14 support conversations left. Some of them are ending, some of them are beginning. So let's get started with this first one.
What's wrong, Ingrid? You look troubled.
Oh no, it is nothing. Don't worry about it.
It has to be something if you're just standing there staring off into space. You can always talk to me, you know. I might not be much help, but...
It's this land. It is so fertile. I cannot help but be amazed.
It is an unusually bountiful region for Fargus, and a beautiful one at that. It doesn't have nearly as much snow as the north, and multiple rivers flow through it. I could scarce take my eyes off of that wheat field we passed earlier.
My home does not have anything as lovely as that. It's nothing but a barren, rocky wasteland, and the soil we do have is so poor even the weeds disdain it. We have tilled the ground, removed rocks, and sowed seeds in hopes that our descendants might one day benefit, but... well, who knows how long it would take for us to have large, fruitful fields like the ones here.
Our blood, sweat, and tears will drench the land, serving as nourishment for those who come long after. You may not accomplish it in your lifetime, but the effort will definitely pay off down the road. Or, that's what I think, at least.
Those are the words of King Lug, yes? From Lug and the Maiden of Wind. That is one of my favorites.
Yeah, hearing you talk about your homeland actually reminded me of another part. At one point, it uses the phrase, barren as the land of Dagda. I'm sure it's just some term the poets created long after Lug, but it got me curious. So I went and tracked down a travel journal about Dagda.
I haven't read many travel journals. What did it say?
It spoke of a crop that grew easily, even in their infertile soil. Apparently it's really filling and tastes amazing when boiled or baked.
It sounds too good to be true. Like a crop out of a fairy tale.
If only I knew what it was called. Shamir might be able to tell you more about it.
My homeland would greatly benefit from cultivating a plant like that.
I can't say for certain if it'll actually grow there, but it's probably worth looking into. And if there's any way I can help, just say the word.
I am sure a royal knight has better things to do than worry about the problems of House Galatea.
This isn't about my station. I'm just a pal lending a hand. Besides, I grew up poor. I know what it's like to go hungry. No one should ever have to experience that.
Thank you, Ashe. In that case, our first task is to look deeper into this miracle crop of yours. I wish we could wait until this war is over, but that would take too long. I want to learn all I can about it as soon as possible. Oh, this is so exciting.
Agreed. Now we just have to survive long enough to uncover its secrets.
What are friends for? Helping each other out. And that ends their support conversations.
What's up, Raphael?
There you are, Ashe. Here, sit down.
Okay.
Now, eat up.
Hey, this is the dish I was teaching you before. Raphael, did you make this yourself?
I sure did. So grab a shovel and dig in, because it's all yours.
I've got to say, it looks a lot more appetizing than before. Plus, it smells fantastic.
Yeah, spoons are just small shovels.
Alright, let's see what we've got. That was delicious. You used just the right amount of salt, which really brought out the flavor of the herbs.
Hey, you were right. It really does feel great to hear someone say that. I practiced seasoning and putting things on the plate and all that stuff, just like you said. Oh, and I had some of the soldiers do a bit of taste testing for me. It sure was rough at first, but I think I've definitely improved.
You certainly have. I had no idea you were working so hard on this.
That's because I was sneaky. I only wanted you to try it once I knew it was perfect. You worked so hard to teach me. I just had to pay you back somehow.
Raphael, You know my father used to run a restaurant, right? Well, this is the dish he was famous for.
You're not talking about Lord Lonato, are you?
No, my birth father. He took ill and died a long time ago. I told you what he said about flavor and appearance because he always used to say it to me. And this tastes just like what he used to make. I've tried for years to get the same flavor, but I couldn't do it. Honestly, I never thought I'd taste it again.
Come on. Eating through tears is no way to enjoy a meal. Good food should make you smile, not cry.
Sorry, Raphael. Guess I got lost in the past there for a second. But you're right. Good food should make people smile. And everything tastes even better when you're sharing it with a room full of smiling people.
Wait, in that case... That's it! I'm making a new rule when I get back to the inn. You gotta smile when you eat good food.
That'll be good for the cook and the customers alike.
I knew you'd agree. Eating's supposed to be a celebration. So whenever you get a hankering for my cooking again, just say the word, Ashe.
Thanks, Raphael. And I'll be sure to eat it with a smile.
That's a good slogan. You gotta smile when you eat good food. That ends their support conversations.
Here you go, Cully. As promised.
This feels a little light. You run into trouble moving the merchandise?
Sure did. With all the fighting lately, even the noble folk are getting real selective about who they do business with.
Well, nothing to be done for that. Our competitors certainly won't back down, so we can't afford to either. I'll think of something. Might involve crossing a dangerous bridge or three, but we'll work it out.
I'm pretty sure he went... Huh? Yuri?
Well, if it isn't Ashe. You seem out of breath. Am I really so charming?
Did you see someone suspicious come this way? I was chasing them down, but I lost them.
Ah, you must be referring to my lackey.
Your lackey? Wait, what is that you're holding?
Oh, just various proceeds from this and that. But I'll not say more, especially not in front of a royal knight like you.
Dirty money, is it?
Coin is coin. Whatever grime it may bear always washes clean in the end.
You know, I've been biting my tongue on this for a while, but I don't think it's right to earn money the way you do. You're so much smarter than me. You could do anything if you put your mind to it. There's no need to resort to cheating and hurting people to turn a profit.
Are you seriously trying to lecture the Lord of the Underworld? Oh, that's adorable. No one makes it through this life with clean hands. You should know that better than anyone. sometimes you have to resort to just the most terrible things imaginable in order to feed your family. Am I right?
How do you know about my past? I've never told anyone.
No, I don't know. Perhaps I heard it from Count Rowe, or maybe even Lord Lenato. The sins we commit follow us until our dying day, my friend.
I know that. But even so,
Well, I'm a bit busy, so you work that out while I walk away. Bye then.
Yuri. No, I won't turn my back on you.
Interesting dynamic there. We'll see where this leads, if we can get to that point, that is.
Ah, Annette! Good day to you! I see you remain as sprightly and sweet as a newly bloomed flower.
Hi, Lorenz.
Oh my. Have I done something to invite your displeasure?
You just kind of brought back a bad memory from a long time ago. Back at the School of Sorcery, there was this one time this noble guy made fun of me.
What manner of cur would dare do such a thing? If a noble ever presumes to mock your genius, point me in their direction so I might give them a taste of their own medicine.
Well, then pop the cork on that medicine bottle and take a nice big gulp.
Hold a moment. Are you implying that I am the one who mocked you?
I'm not implying it, I'm saying it. You made fun of me the first time we ever met. You were all like, I say, you there, this is no place for a child. Now run along to your parents before I summon the watch. We simply cannot abide a common scullery maid wandering these hallowed halls. Why, we'd be made a laughingstock.
It's surprising she remembers all of that. Line for line, word for word.
You thought I was some lost kid, and you called me a scullery maid.
Yes, I do seem to vaguely recall the incident. Oh, so that scullery maid was you! That is, you were in fact no maid at all, but the noble niece of Baron Dominic. You have my sincerest apologies for the error. Pray forgive my impertinent tongue.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, it would be silly to keep hanging on to a grudge like that, right?
If we'd had but another chance to properly converse back then, I'm certain the matter would have been cleared up with some ease. But sadly, that day was both our first and last opportunity to meet.
Now that you mention it, I don't remember seeing you around after that.
Yes, because my father swiftly summoned me back to Alliance territory. After the king's death, the kingdom had become too unstable for me to remain there any longer.
Oh, right. That was right around the tragedy of Dusker.
My father worried that relations between the kingdom and Alliance might become strained. As such, I was forced to leave school mere days after my arrival.
Huh. Kind of funny how we keep ending up together like this.
Yes, it seems fate strives to keep us together, whether at the School of Sorcery, the Academy, or here. And I, for one, look forward to seeing what the future holds.
Me too. But if you ever call me a kid or a maid again, no amount of summoning the watch is gonna save you.
I swear on my life, those words shall never cross my lips again. And by way of apology for my odious blunder, I hereby swear to come to your aid if ever you require it. Just say the word, and I, Lorenz Hellman Gloucester, will hurry to your side.
Beware of Lorenz. That's all I have to say about that. That conversation was interesting.
You were brilliant in the previous battle, Annette.
Oh, stop. You're gonna make me blush. It's an honor to be complimented by one of the School of Sorcery's most legendary alumni.
I'm legendary now, am I? Well, I can't say I disagree.
I heard so many stories about you, though I don't know how true any of them are. Like, there's one where you turned a bunch of bossy noble kids into horses, apparently?
Oh yes! I remember that spell. I titled it, Wherefore Winnies. I was so overjoyed at having completed it that I began using it everywhere, and thus a tiny misunderstanding was born.
I also heard you were smart enough to argue magical theory with the teachers and win.
Ugh, arguing is such a gauche way to put it. But these stories offer only a glimpse into who I am. Such trifling incidents are hardly worthy of the word legendary.
Yeah, but it sounds like at least some of them actually happened, right? I never dreamed I'd be fighting beside as big a legend as you. It honestly makes me kind of nervous.
No need for such modesty. After all, you yourself are among the most talented women in all the kingdom.
Oh gosh, that's high praise. Did a teacher say it maybe?
No, I merely happened to read that book you wrote during your time there.
Book? Oh, but no. I mean, I'm not even sure I'd call that a book, so... Really, it was more like a collection of memos on how to make Mercy's treats.
Making magical morsels! Exactly! That book spoke to my very soul. The thought of using magic to simplify complicated cooking tasks was nothing short of revolutionary.
Okay, but how did you get your hands on it? It was supposed to be private. I mean, I did give a teacher permission to present one of the spells, but...
Combining ice and wind magic to make the outside soft while the inside stays crunchy. Oh, remarkable! It created a radical new movement of desserts that were softer, sweeter, and more divine than any which had come before. If you aren't proud of that, you can't be proud of anything. Though it is unfortunate the treats cannot be made without the use of the school's facilities.
Well, it's not that I'm not proud, but it's also not like I wrote it all by myself either. I mean, sure, the magic was me, but Mercy's the one who taught me how to bake in the first place.
Ah, Mercedes, I am well aware that her little delicacies are the finest in all Fodlan.
Like those ones with pockets of sweetened butter mixed into the dough? I would kill for one of those right now.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Is it a new creation? I must ask her to make it for me. Ahem. In any case, I look forward to getting to know you better, Annette. I anticipate many lively theoretical discussions ahead.
It went somewhere that I didn't think it would go, but I mean, friendship and all that jazz. I want to get their A conversation.
Oh dear, she left some of her feet again today. She might even be sick. But what do I do if she is?
You should give her hay instead of feed.
Oh, Marianne, I didn't notice you there. Wait, what's wrong with feed?
Oats aren't enough. For a horse, I mean. Not enough nutritional value.
I suppose I have been giving her a good amount of oats recently. Is that really what's making her unwell?
Yes. Probably.
In that case, I'll find some hay for her right away. Thanks for the advice. You sure know a lot.
Oh, no, not at all.
There's no need to be humble when you clearly know so much. Speaking of which, would you mind if I asked you some other questions?
No, I should have minded my own. Please excuse me.
Hey, wait! There's so much I want to ask! What do I do? I only brought her on the battlefield once. Now she refuses to take even a single step.
I think, she's scared.
What? Really?
I can try to calm her down, but I don't know. Easy, girl, easy. I know that was scary, but you're safe now.
Shh. Amazing! She's walking again!
She said she hates the stench of blood on the battlefield. And that's why she didn't want to move.
Oh, well that makes sense. Wait, did you just talk to my horse?
Yes, well, I mean, sort of. I just kind of understand.
That's incredible! How do you do that? And can you teach me?
It's really just, I sort of imagine what they're thinking based on little movements, or... I'm sorry. I'm not helpful. I should go.
Not helpful? This is the second time you've helped me and her both. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself, Marianne. Have a little confidence in your abilities.
Please excuse me.
Wait, I didn't even get to thank you!
The horse whisperer. That's all I need to say.
She's been flicking her tail a lot today. Does that mean she's happy?
No, she's just brushing off flies.
Oh, that makes sense. Also, I was thinking she was in a bad mood because she kept stomping her hoof.
That means she wants more hay, and higher quality feed if possible.
Where's this coming from, huh? If you keep eating like this, you'll only have more weight to carry around. I've really been trying to figure out what she's thinking based on her behavior, but it's so hard. I'm impressed you manage it so easily.
Oh no, I'm not that impressive. What's wrong, Ingrid?
Marianne, perfect timing. My horse is refusing to move again, and I need to help an ally back on the battlefield. She doesn't seem scared like before, so I'm not sure what to do.
Okay, I'll talk to her. Shh. You're fine. You'll be all right.
Well, what did she say?
She doesn't want to take you to the battlefield because it's too dangerous. For you, I mean.
So that's what was troubling her. All right, I'll take it from here. There, girl. It's all right. Even if we're heading into danger, I'll be fine so long as I'm with you. Now lift your head and walk. One of our friends is waiting for us. Aw, thanks. I'm counting on you.
Thank goodness you got through.
I have been doing my best to learn how to connect with her, and it's clearly paying off. Though I'd never have understood her feelings without your insight.
But I didn't do anything. More importantly, you should hurry and help your friend.
I will. See you later.
Wait, Ingrid, I hope you come back safely. And then, when
want to go horseback riding together sometime? Of course. I'd love to have Dorte join us.
Oh, yes, actually. But how did you know?
When you spend enough time with a person, you start to pick up on what they're thinking through facial expressions and mannerisms. It's especially true of close friends. So I guess all my practice helped us as well.
Oh, Ingrid. I really admire how hard you work at everything you do. I hope you return safely. Dorte and I will be waiting for you.
We'll come back safe, Marianne. I promise.
For those that don't know, Dorte is Marianne's horse. And Dorte was in one of her, I think, warrior attacks when I first got her. It's not in her warrior attack now, but yeah. I didn't have really that much experience with Marianne in Three Houses. And I would have probably liked to recruit her back in Three Houses. I think she had a stat that I had no way of actually raising enough to actually get her, so I lost a chance. Would have been nice, but that ends their support conversations.
I'm tired. Time to find a good spot for a nap. Bernadetta? Why are you skulking in the weeds?
No reason! Not getting in the way of two people's love at all! No, sir!
Huh? But I'm alone here. I see. That.
Yeah, that! I was out walking when I saw them! A man and a woman together in the woods, getting, heated.
Well, neither of them seems to be dead yet.
They're on a secret date, you dummy! Not fighting!
Regardless, how does two lovers stealing a moment alone lead to you curled up here in the fetal position?
Because I'm hiding! I mean, if I messed up their date, they might try to get revenge on me!
Relax. To them, you're no different than a pebble on the side of the road.
Hey, I'm not a pebble! I mean, sure, sometimes I wish I was just a rock, but...
Then just roll away quietly and you'll be fine.
Just roll away quietly. Hey, yeah! Wait, no! They'd see me! Stop trying to get me killed!
We've made enough racket over here to raise the dead, and they haven't even noticed. I think it's safe to say they're off in their own little world. Still, good for them, sharing words of love when either one could die tomorrow.
Wait, they could die tomorrow?
They're both soldiers who serve on the front lines. I doubt a rosy future awaits them.
No! That's not true! Couples swearing their love and defying destiny are a staple of classic fiction!
Sure, but the fact it wouldn't happen in reality is what makes it such a good story, right?
Wait, but there are tons of stories where two people who have sworn their love don't ever meet again.
Likely because that's something people are familiar with from their own lives.
Okay, so which is it? I believe those two can be happy together, so they can, right?
I hope that's the case, but reality is cruel. Anyway, I've talked myself right to sleep.
Huh? Come on, don't sleep there! Uh-oh. Guess I'd better try that turn into a pebble and roll away quietly plan.
Yeah, that one was pretty interesting. Roll away into a pebble and just roll away. Well, turn yourself into a pebble and roll away.
Lindhardt, you skipped the War Council meeting again. If you have any pride at all as a noble, it would behoove you to start acting like one.
I have pride. Some, at least. But speaking of noble comportment, we've both already betrayed the Empire. Is there any need to be overly focused on details?
Your tongue cuts like 1,000 sharpened blades. Nonetheless, I did what was required for survival. My dream of regaining my family status would be forever lost were I to perish, and I cannot permit such a thing to come to pass. All I do is for the sake of House Nouvelle's revival.
That's lovely and all, but
It is not lovely.
as the tale goes, House Nouvelle had passed down the crest of Macule for many generations.
Cease your endless yammering and listen to me.
So I am forced to wonder why it is that you, a legitimate heir to the family, do not possess said crest. What's more, in its place you have the crest of Noah, who was one of the 4 apostles. Has your house stymied and deceived imperial investigations for generations? And if so, how?
If you aren't going to listen to me, I refuse to even entertain answering that question.
Well, I've grown tired of speaking, so we'll have to continue this another time. Good night.
Wait, no, I'll answer you. Just don't treat me like dirt trodden underfoot.
Then, by all means. Perhaps in the course of your explanation, something of use to House Nouvelle's restoration will crop up.
I would like that very much. Well then. To be frank, it is said that Saint Noah is an ancestor of House Nouvelle. The saint feared her crest, already rare even in her time, could prove a source of utter calamity. As such, she forged a magic that tricked crest investigation devices and aided her descendants.
Fascinating. And is there anything else regarding Saint Noah?
Your disdain is palpable. Now, does any of that sound of use to restoring my house or not?
I cannot say. I must hear the rest first.
You realize it would be bothersome in the extreme if I told you everything and none of it was helpful, yes? If you wish to hear more, I must have a guarantee it will provide something I can use.
What a bother.
Well, the way he talks about crests with some of these conversations, it kind of makes me wonder if in Three Houses, or even in this game, if he and Hanneman have support conversations. If anybody knows, let me know.
Hey, so... Oh, go ahead. I didn't actually have anything important to say. No, you can go first, Bernadetta. Okay, well, I guess I'll start. I saw a lovely white butterfly in the mess hall this morning. Oh, but while the wings and body were both white, its eyes were crimson. It was beautiful. I saw one just like that at the stables. You saw one too? Yes, its eyes glittered like tiny jewels. It was wondrous to behold. I wonder if it was the same butterfly I saw. That would be something, huh? Yes, it would be a most lovely coincidence. Well, I guess it's my turn. This morning I awoke earlier than usual and... Well, since I had extra time, I climbed a small hill and looked out over the landscape.
You woke up bright and early, huh? That's great. So how was the scenery?
Seeing the plains hued red by the sunrise was especially striking. It's like I was standing inside a painting, or... I'm sorry, I can't put into words very well.
Wow, I wish I could have seen it. Maybe I can manage to drag myself out of bed before noon one day.
Oh dear, listen to me. I'm sorry for going on as long as I did.
No, it's alright. Really. And actually...
Yes, Bernadetta?
Well, I guess... I mean, it's been a long time since I've been able to talk this much with someone.
I'm rather awful at speaking to other people myself. So this has been somewhat strange for me as well.
Yeah. So, I was thinking it might be nice if we could chat again sometime. What do you think?
That would be delightful.
Aw, thanks, Marianne! I gotta think of lots of things to talk about for next time. Okay, so there's carnivorous plants, interesting books, the doll I'm knitting, carnivorous plants...
You talked about those today as well.
Yeah, but there are lots of different kinds? Anyway, I think this is gonna be great.
That started just like I thought it would. Birds of a feather. But that was pretty interesting, to say the least. I really want to build that one up as well. I want to build up all of them, but it's like specific ones I actually want to see the end of.
Hey, just the guy I wanted to see.
Ah, Balthus. Do you need me?
Yep. Got some hush-hush stuff I want to talk to you about. So let's go somewhere private.
Goodness, whatever could it be? It must be serious if we need to discuss it in a private setting.
So, what do you know about the Claude investigation?
I fear I have no idea what you are talking about. Did this request come from my father, perchance?
Yeah, I figured you might be in the dark.
Indeed, this is the first I have heard of it, though I believe he may have spoken to me once regarding something similar. Still, I am surprised he would ask such a thing of you. Also, how do you even know my father?
You know I've borrowed a lot of money from all kinds of folks, right? Well, your pops is on that list. I'm as broke as can be, so he put me to work to pay it back. That's how I ended up looking into Claude. I think that was around the time I decided to hide under Garrick Mock.
I am relieved to hear you know him for surprisingly normal reasons.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Still, I wonder why my father would lend money to a base mercenary such as yourself.
Just gonna ignore that last part, huh? Now I know where the phrase like father like son comes from. Anyway, I'll answer your question. I may not look it, but I actually used to be a noble.
You, a noble? Pray, keep your jests in check, sir.
No joke. The full name's Balthus von Albrecht. I'm surprised you didn't know. Claude and Hilda both did.
Does this mean you have connections with Lord Holst?
Yeah, we're old buddies. I was the heir to my house too, so we got to see each other a lot.
An heir? Goodness me, I apologize for my ignorance. To think a boorish man so lacking in honor and grace would be a noble.
Hey, easy. I'll have you know I was actually the lord of the house. It wasn't till after I inherited the title that I left.
Such a thought staggers the imagination, but I will accept it for the time being. And I feel I now understand your relationship to my father.
You just sort of say whatever pops into your head, don't you? Still, you better think twice about that brutal honesty of yours. Especially since you're the Count now.
You may be right. Thank you for the counsel.
Didn't know that about Balthus, though, as I have no experience of him with 3 houses, so I didn't know anything about Balthus.
Delicious as always. Alright, now that the old stomach's full, it's time to put my muscles to work.
Raphael, do you have a minute?
Oh, hey Ignatz! I've got hours for you. What do you need?
Well, how would you feel about joining me? As a knight, I mean.
Me? Be a knight with you?
Yes. That's why you joined the academy, right? But all the roadblocks in your way have made you almost a mercenary at this point. As you know, I've been working as a knight under House Gloucester for a while now. And it seems I'm going to be rewarded rather well when this war is over, for all my achievements in helping the effort. I might even be able to use that newfound sway to recommend you for a position of your own, Raphael. Well, what do you think? It seems like a good plan to me.
Is that really what you want, Ignatz?
Huh? What do you mean?
Don't pretend like you don't know. We're friends, remember? I can tell in a flash when you're not being honest with me.
Well, I couldn't possibly spend all that reward money on my own, so...
That's not what I'm talking about. You're not happy staying as a knight, and you know it.
You really do see straight through me, Raphael. Honestly, I've wanted to make amends with you this whole time. Your parents died in my parents' stead, after all. I thought the least I could do was help you become a knight, like you always wanted.
Thanks, Ignatz. It makes me real happy to hear you say that. But you don't need to make anything up to me. And you definitely shouldn't be basing your life decisions on it. You got where you are with your own strength, right? You should be using that for what you want, not what you think anyone else does.
Raphael.
And you know, I'm totally okay not being a knight. Once this war is finally over, and we're at peace again, I'm gonna take over the inn. So don't worry about me, okay? Follow your own dreams, Ignatz.
I'm really no match for you, Raphael. But I'm proud to call you a friend. From the bottom of my heart.
Friends. It ended off pretty well. That ends their support conversations. I really wanted to get all of theirs done.
Oh, I've really done it this time.
Well, if it isn't Balthus. What's wrong? That was a legendary sigh.
Yuri, pal! Hear me out for a sec, will ya? There were these mercs, and I may have made a bet with them.
Yeah, you lost, I get it. But we've got bigger issues to discuss.
Must be a pretty big deal if it's more important than me losing my dinner to those mercs.
It's come to my attention that one of my business associates is looking for a certain giant broke fool.
What? That's it? I'll just break him in half, and then we can move on with our lives. Not a problem.
I figured you'd say that, which is exactly why I came to tell you not to. See, this particular associate hires out quite a few of my people. I can't have a bruiser like you turning them into corpses.
Can't I just rough him up enough to get him off my back? A few broken bones never killed anyone.
Come now, you know there's no way I'd let you get away with that. I'd use every last one of my contacts to make sure you never win another bet for the rest of your life.
Whoa, cut a guy a break, would ya? I wouldn't put it past you to actually follow through.
I take it we've reached an understanding then. I suggest you lay low until things blow over. Clear? Even after all this time, her ability to enrage people still manages to astound me.
Hey, it's not as bad as it used to be. The price on my head's never been lower. On the flip side, the price for my skills has only gone up. I've been making money hand over fist as a mercenary. But the stakes keep getting higher and higher, so my pockets remain as empty as ever.
I can't help but sigh in disappointment listening to you talk. You're seriously lucky I'm not happy, or you'd be neck deep in monsters.
Alright, I hear you. But enough about me. What have you been getting up to since you left Abyss?
Oh, I just went back to my old gang. They were my home before the Officers' Academy, after all. But I still had to take on some mercenary work to keep my people fed and things running smoothly. It's been a rough couple of years, and thanks to that, my once stunning physique has been spoiled by all this muscle.
Really? You still look pretty scrawny to me. Your skill with the blades improved, though, that's for sure.
Well, when you're forced to fight, you either improve or you die. Still, I've got nothing on you. You practically live for a good brawl, after all.
These fists have never let me down. No matter the enemy, I'm always the one who walks away. Say, Yuri, I just had a brilliant idea.
I have a feeling I'm going to regret asking. But sure, let's hear it.
If this associate of yours doesn't catch me, you and your underlings are gonna have to take responsibility, right?
Most likely. I knew what I was getting into when I told you to back down. I've made my peace.
Yeah? Well, I'm not about to leave my buddy Yuri holding the bag while I sit on my hands.
Balthus?
So, to make things fair, let's have ourselves a little wager to decide which of us is gonna take the fall. That way, if you lose fair and square, it'll give you an out, yeah? You'll have no other choice but to take your goons back from that client, and they won't get pummeled by yours truly. Problem solved.
Hypothetically, if I were to take this bet, what happens if you lose?
I'll do what I always do. Take my shirt off, jump out in front of them, and run away as they look on in awe.
This is what I get for trying to help. You love taking off your clothes almost as much as you do gambling. No wonder your pockets are always empty.
Like usual with Yuri. That went weird. So that ends their support conversations. I really wonder if that's how they're like in Three Houses.
Coco, I'm not gonna make it.
Happy? What in the world do you mean? You look rather unsteady all of a sudden.
I'm so sleepy. Why not just end my suffering now?
Can you not pull yourself together? You were the one who volunteered for guard duty in the first place.
I know, but whenever it's just the two of us like this, it reminds me of how things used to be. And then I get all nostalgic and sleepy. Usually I'd be in bed right now, you know?
Well, I cannot deny feeling a little nostalgic myself.
I can't believe we're still together after everything that's happened. When you went back to the Empire, I thought that was it. But look at us now, together again. Wild, right? I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like we're best friends or something.
Have you already forgotten what you once told me? You said that you would be so utterly lonesome without me to keep you company that it would only be a matter of time before you began to sigh. It was necessary that I stay with you in order to avert certain disaster. I had no choice in the matter, you see?
Did I really say all that?
You did indeed. It was the very day we left Abyss, if memory serves.
Alright then, fine by me. I wonder what everyone else from Abyss is up to now.
We know Balthus and Yuri are alive and well, and I believe it is likely everyone else is thriving too.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Do you ever wish you could return to those days, back in Abyss?
Me? Nah, not really. Most of the people here don't know about my power. They actually treat me like a normal person.
Indeed.
Plus, you're here. It's like you said, I'd get lonely without my Coco. What about you? Would you be lonely without me?
Well, lonely is not necessarily the word I'd use.
So it's just me then, huh?
Okay, fine. I would be positively despondent without you here.
There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm glad you finally admitted it.
You knew? Why must you always tease me so?
Come on, you were pretty happy when I volunteered for guard duty, weren't you?
Yes, well, you see, that was because it had already been assigned to me. I merely thought it would be easier to have a partner with whom I was already familiar.
Same here. That's why I volunteered. I knew you'd be my partner, Coco.
I simply cannot win with you.
Yeah, Peps, am I right? That was their only conversation. And that ends their support conversations, as you can see. Yeah, so that will be all for the support conversations for Chapter 13. Hopefully, after this main quest, it'll give me a little something so I can actually develop the supports faster, so I can get the rest of the support conversations. Unless this is the final chapter because of the decision from the end of Chapter 12. I don't know. I don't know. So, for those that watch for the support conversations, I do thank you for watching. And until next time, which will be the Chapter 13 main quest, I'll be seeing you then.